Worldshards is Lowkick Studios and OpenLoot's brand new life sim sandbox MMORPG, which just launched its early access campaign today. In Worldshards, you can build and customize your very own island, construct your dream house, establish farms and factories, gather resources, craft various items, and upgrade weaponry. Enjoy the freedom of the open world by finding friends to play with, setting up a community of like-minded players, and building guilds. And with its own completely player-based economy, you can engage in crafting, trading, and bartering with fellow players, offering everything you discover or create. Rise as a dominant force in a specific domain or establish yourself as a renowned entrepreneur. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the tutorial for Worldshards and how to get started. To begin playing Worldshards, you will first need to download the launcher. After you've downloaded the launcher, download Worldshards the game. Once you launch Worldshards, it will prompt you to sign up and fill in your information. Once this has been completed, you can click to log into your OpenLoot account. After you have logged into your OpenLoot account, if you have an early access key, a Use button will appear in the game. Click it, your item will disappear, and your account will permanently gain access to the game. After that, press start, and let's get into the tutorial. After a brief cutscene, you will learn that after a long day at work, you discovered a mysterious glowing crystal in the back of a dark alley, and for some reason decided to touch it. You were then sucked into a portal, the crystal fusing to the palm of your hand, and you are thrown into an unknown world. You will then be dropped into an open forest-like meadow. Right off the bat, you'll be prompted to become familiar with movement keys, such as W, A, S, and D, Shift to sprint, and Space to jump. Pressing E will interact with objects, people, or items that you can loot, such as wood or stone. From there, you can use the resources you have gathered to craft items. Some items can be crafted by hand without a workshop, such as the handmade club, axe, pickaxe, and armor. Press K to open up your craft menu, and click Craft to craft the selected item, granted you have all of the required materials. You can then use the items crafted to chop down trees or mine rocks by left clicking. Be sure to strike in the target zone to do double damage, and you can also hold left click to auto mine. Eventually, you will then come in contact with some wildlife. As you do not currently have a weapon, you will need to beat these deer to death with your bare hands. Left click when near a deer, oh my god, to punch it, and then gather the resources it leaves behind. Thankfully for PETA, you can then open up your crafting menu by pressing K on your keyboard to craft a handmade club. You can now use this club to get the upper hand on this pack of wolves. However, your club is not your only way to attack enemies. Press F for your special attack, and Q for your powerful attack. You can also right-click to use your magical shield or left control to roll backwards and evade attacks. Okay, like a little too late for that one, but you get it. We're getting it. As you can see here, I am not doing any of those because at the time of playing the game, I was too stressed out by this wolf and not dying to read the instructions. Luckily, this voiceover is done after the fact. Okay, here we go. I'm learning a little bit. Be sure to gather all the resources in the immediate area for best crafting possibilities. Once you have gathered the necessary resources, you can press K again on your keyboard to open up your craft menu and craft a small carrot cookie and small Gerber lemonade. The carrot cookie will restore 100 HP in 5 seconds, and the lemonade will restore mana. These can be consumed simultaneously but cannot be used during battle. Before moving forward, it would be best to now craft handmade armor. Do this by opening up your crafting menu, select handmade armor, and click craft. Once you have crafted, the new armor should automatically be equipped to your character. For this next boss, you will want to be sure to press C on your keyboard to sneak. Then, once you are close, left click for a sap attack, which will stun your enemy for a short period of time. This enemy won't necessarily like that you snuck up behind him and stunned him, so he will be ready to attack once he comes to. Using what you have learned, utilize the combination of your magical shield, special attack, and powerful attack, as well as R for your magical attack. Remember to evade using left control. Once you have taken down the boss, be sure to loot and gather all surrounding resources. Then, make your way to the cage where you can proceed to interact and free this feline prisoner. After freeing the prisoner, you will then be transported to another safe zone. Make your way down the path and be sure to speak to Jane and Marco. After speaking to Jane and Marco, make your way over to the right where you will find a storage chest filled with lots of valuable materials. You can then utilize these materials in the workbench to your right and craft your first non-handmade tools, the basic axe and basic pickaxe. Now, make your way all the way to the other side of the porch. There, you will find the forge. Using the forge, you can then craft the ordinary club. After you have crafted the basic axe, the basic pickaxe, and the ordinary club, speak to Marco near the blue giant shining crystal once again. You will then be transported to your home island. Keep in mind, the look of your island may vary depending on which access set you are able to get your hands on. Here, you will meet Faro. You can ask him about the Wild Islands, about your home island, or about the town we will be visiting shortly. Faro will tell you you need to complete a few adventures first before proceeding to the town. To do this, interact with the giant shining blue crystal nearby. In the next couple adventures, you will be spawned into an open area where you can gather resources, complete puzzles, and discover stronger and more exciting enemies to combat with. After you have completed enough adventures, Faro will then direct you to the main town. Here, you can trade with NPC merchants, explore, and so much more. Let me know what you think of the game down in the comments, and I hope to see you in Worldshards.